Recording in progress.
Good evening and welcome to the select board meeting for Thursday, March 3rd. That was just wishful thinking. Our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for coming. First, public comment. Do we have any public comment before the agenda? Okay, so the first item on our agenda is we need to reorganize. So you have chair and vice chair to vote on.
Chair first.
Okay, yeah.
I nominate Chair Bosca.
I will second that.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay. Vice chair.
I nominate Kyle Wilkie.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Congratulations.
Congratulations to everybody who was reelected. All right. Shelley.
Moving on. So the check warrant's up there on your table, because I wasn't
It is,
sure if
yeah.
I was gonna Zoom or come. Any questions on that?
No. Do I have a motion to sign the check warrant?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
And then all I have for you besides that would be just a quick update on the delinquent tax report. We are, I've included in the report on your table there the automatic payments that will come out tomorrow. So as of 3/4, tomorrow, the balance is gonna be $86,825.08, which is pretty good for this time of year.
Great.
And I have been contacted by a lady at VHFA Monday, and I just reached back out to her today. There are some financial aid, state funds available for people that are delinquent in mortgages and property taxes. So I cannot initiate the application for them. I did send a few emails to people that I had emails for. So if anybody is listening and needs that financial aid, it is not a loan, it is free federal and state funds. Please contact me and I will get you her information to start that application.
That's great.
Yes, so I was thrilled to hear from her, and there are a few people on this list that I know could really benefit. Other than that, that's all I have.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. And may I say it's nice to see you here.
Thank you.
Okay, Wendy.
Okay. 2 sets of minutes, your last meeting on the 17th and your info session on the 22nd.
Okay, has everyone had a chance to read the minutes? Do I have a motion to sign the minutes from February 17th?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Do I have a motion to sign the minutes from February 22nd?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Excellent. I have a town meeting day recap for you. Let's see, where to begin? We had a total of 393 people vote. That's a combination of 143 absentees that were returned and 250 in person at the polls. We passed all of our articles, let's see, by a good margin. I think the closest one was the CIP. That one passed by 51. The highway fund passed by 162. and the general fund by 113. We had no races on the ballot, so that made it easy. There were 32 write-ins for the empty lister position, but the most any one person got was 6, and they needed 24, so that position remains open. On the ambulance ballot, we had 197 yeses to contract with AmCare and 224 yeses to contract with Missisquoi Valley Rescue. If you add those together, that's more than 393 people. That's because a lot of people voted yes for both or voted no for both. So, yeah, people were messaging me, those numbers don't seem to jive, they don't, and I'm like, they don't, because some people
What was
circled
written,
yes on
yeah.
both. I don't know why, but, so it was a non-binding advisory opinion, and you guys can take that from here.
So do those votes cancel themselves out? How does that work? No?
I don't see how they could, or how we would,
Right, you have to go with the final result.
Right, okay.
You know, we're kind
and
of
you
bound.
guys had said you were going with the most yeses.
Yep.
And there was a difference of 27.
So, before we leave that then, can I have a motion to accept the contract with MBR? Like we promised that we would do.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is that for a 3-year contract?
That's for a 3-year contract as stated in the ballot.
Okay. Alright. On the school side of things, that did not pass. Missisquoi Valley School District, their budget failed by 23 votes, 634 to 611. So that's like 1,250 people that voted in 3 towns, which is kind of dismal.
So,
It is. They do have a meeting next Tuesday, March 8th, on how they're gonna proceed, when they're gonna proceed. So we should have more information following that meeting on how this is going to work and the timeframe. But there will more than likely be a revote. So for us, we have to be at the same location, same hours, so whenever they do decide that we're revoting on the school budget, we'll be back at the arena, 7 to 7, and we'll publish it as well as we can and maybe get a better turnout, I don't know. So, that was on the school side of things, and I think that covers town meeting. I wanna thank Shelley, Claude, Connie, Patty, Dennis, and Clarence. Everything went really smoothly, we were home by 8. Can't beat that.
Well, we thank you as well.
You're welcome.
yes.
Everything goes well. We're a finely oiled machine, I think. So unless you have questions for me about town meeting, I think that covered all of it.
Wendy, just for the public's knowledge and maybe the select board too, on the revote with the school,
Yeah.
anyone that received an absentee ballot, will you automatically be sending the new ballot?
Yes, I will.
I thought so.
Yes, when they signed up for absentees, it covers the calendar year, any
Oh.
revotes, any anything, so you'll automatically
Didn't know
get
that.
one.
I didn't know that, that's good.
Yep. I have a lot of appointed positions to cover, and I believe you guys have the list.
Yes. All right. So we'll start one by one. Tree warden. 1-year term, Butch Brusso. Animal control officer, 1 year, Shelby Barber.
You wanna do them one by one with motions or as a group? I don't care.
We can do them one by one if you'd like.
Okay.
So Butch Brusso,
Make the motion.
Second.
all those in favor say aye.
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 Okay. Animal Control Officer, 1-year term, Shelby Barber.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Assistant Animal Control Officer, 1-year term, Christy Burrow.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Deputy Health Officer, 1-year term, Richard Souza.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Northwest Regional Planning Representative, 1-year term,
I'll make that
Richard
motion.
Noel.
I'll
Do I have a
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Transportation Advisory Committee for a 1-year term, Richard Noel.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Delinquent Tax Collector, 1-year term, Shelley LaRoche.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Communication Union District, 1-year terms, for Michael Kravitz, Randall Connolly, and Yeshua Pastina. Perfect.
Nailed it.
Yay!
Yeah.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We have the Road Commissioner, 1-year term. Currently, it is Richard.
So where is it? I'll nominate Richard Flint.
I would second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Yeah.
Fire Commissioner,
I'll make that
Kyle
motion.
is,
Oh, sorry. Can't see anything.
Kyle Lothian is currently, there for a 1-year term. Would you accept the nomination?
Yes.
Okay, I would second that one as well. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Could I just mention, while we're on the topic, every town's allowed to have 2 representatives for the Northwest Regional Planning Commission, and we've just never filled that. So, if there's anyone out there who wants to fill a very important spot, I'd be glad to have you come forward.
Your opportunity to become involved in the town politics.
You learn a
Region.
lot on that board, it's very interesting.
Okay, Development Review Board, 3-year terms. Michael Kravitz and Woodbury Reps.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Planning Commission, 3-year terms. Luke Dupree and Bruce Ryan.
So moved. I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. The Village Core Master Plan, which are 1-year terms. Richard Noel, Clarence Miller, Marie Claire LaRoche, Sue Cota, Rebecca Horgan, Virginia Holloman, Woody Rouse, and Heidi is also advertised for new members as well, so. Do I have a,
I'll make that motion.
okay, second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so I'm going to ask that we delay the rec committee reappointments because we have more applicants than we have positions. So, and they had talked about some restructuring, so. Ty, is that okay with you?
Yes. The letters of interest, we had 3 new people that aren't currently on the board express interest to be on the board. Those 3 have been invited to our next meeting,
Okay.
to see what it's all about. And for 5 or 10 minutes at the end, each one can meet with us, have any question for us, and any questions we have for them, and hopefully we can make a recommendation to the select board at the next meeting is what our thoughts were, but you guys can tell me what guidance you want from us.
I think it's important that you can work together, so I would think that the recommendation by the members is extremely helpful.
Okay,
Everyone in agreement?
Absolutely, yep.
Okay, so yes. All right,
Okay, so that's it for appointments, that was the whole list, right?
yes, yes.
Okay. So I will be buttoning up town meeting hopefully tomorrow. I have a few more things to do. But after that, I will, probably be doing nothing but licensing dogs and promoting the rabies clinic, which is at the end of the month, so. I've started to advertise it, but I'll start pushing that a little more, and we're only at like 250 dogs, and we usually do 900, so we got a ways to go. And that is it for me.
Wendy, I'll help you on that day.
Thank
I know
you.
you said
I
I'll
count on you, Richard. He's the
Bring your
first.
gloves.
He's the
Yeah.
first.
If I'm around, I'll most definitely help.
And the fire department is on board. Shelley's out of town, but I'm gonna get my kids to help me. One knows, one doesn't, but they will help me.
Yep. Okay.
team members in rec there too that day, Wendy.
Thank you.
All right, Heidi.
Let's start right out with road grades. There are two applications in your packet. One is for Ballard Road for a culvert, and the other is for paving on Macy Road. And those don't have to be signed, but I would like your approval to submit both of those as written.
Okay, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, and you have your annual reports in front of you. I printed out a copy for the rest of the board, we didn't have it in the packet. And those are just your numbers from the budget. Shelley fills out what's allocated for each class of road. And also that you, when you complete projects, you're doing that in compliance with the water quality standards, which you adopted in 2013.
Okay, has everyone had a chance to look at those? Do I have a motion to sign the 3 documents?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Did you say 3 documents?
Yeah.
You're signing 2 for this, the other one is for the FEMA grant.
Okay, sorry. Yes.
No problem. And there was some other information in the packet that comes with those grant announcements, and it's about paving and, striping and weight limits and several other doodads that the Public Works Department has in hand. They're just in there for your information if you need some reading at night. There is also one page that gives you a view of what you'll be receiving from the state for your class 1 roads, class 2, class 3. So that's the price that's set for this year. So the next form is the FEMA grant amendment we talked about to cover that overage for our consultant. So you have to sign that, and then probably by your next meeting, if we're lucky, I'll have an actual amendment of the contract for you to sign.
Okay, do we have a motion to sign?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, moving right along. I think the next thing is for us to talk about the Meachy Road again, bank slide. We had a rough meeting, and, I put a little bit of information in front of you to let you know where you are financially in that project. And what we have for, commitments to our engineering firm. Started with a base amount of $50,604, and then there were 3 amendments on that for different portions of the project. And the most recent one was $14,377, and that was the anticipated amount needed to complete the right-of-way access work. So that would be to pay the consultants to do a survey, to do all that. So that, at that point, that's when AOT said, you know, it's possible we won't even need that. Do we wanna do that? Do we wanna delay it? And that's when they came to you with the question.
So my question would be, when did the current design change to 2 concrete walls? Does anyone else?
Is that the 2 concrete nails we're talking about?
I don't
Is
take
that-
it to read that, no.
I think it was in preliminary design that came back. We had a contractor, they had, I can't think of the contractor's name, looked at the project and
Right, which I thought was the nailing.
yes, I think it was adding a second nailing is when they called
Right.
it in.
But we're talking, this is written as 2 concrete walls to bring to a sufficient factor of safety. Done through computer modeling.
Yeah,
I don't believe I've seen that.
well, I can pull the files out for us, we can chat it up.
I think that would be a good idea.
Okay, that's my recollection, I mean, it may be wrong, but whatever the case is, these are the contracts. And the amount below 61,167 is what we've spent so far with our engineers, and then 817 on other advertisements and such. So that's where we are.
Like I said, I guess I'd wanna see the current design since it doesn't sound like it and I are familiar with each other.
Sure. Where are you reading that concrete wall? I didn't get that. I didn't see that
Factor of
package.
safety. About 3/4
Factor
of the way
safety, okay,
down.
got it.
See,
And
I
that
made the big no-no and assumed, but you never assume anything. I assumed that they were talking about the cement nails. That's not a cement nail, they've always talked about cement nails, not concrete walls.
Right, so if they've changed the design somehow,
Or if they change the definition to something.
I don't wanna give you
Yeah.
any impression that they've changed anything that didn't happen here in a meeting. So
No.
that's not what I was suggesting at all. That was my recollection of what we had come to. So,
Unless their definition of
do you
concrete
wanna,
walls is the nails.
well, let me get the
We need to
designs
know that.
for you before
We
we
need
go
to know.
too
Yeah.
far down that road. Maybe that's just an error on my part, we'll pull it out and review it all.
Okay.
But do you wanna go through, some other stuff and get, through and then I'll go grab it? Well,
so what do we
I guess
think
there's
about
nothing-
option 2?
Just to hire the sub-consultant.
Right, to complete a constructability.
short of that, I don't know what else we can do.
That's exactly my feeling,
It'd be,
exactly my
What else can
feeling.
we do? I mean,
Yeah, we're so far into it now,
what
maybe
else?
get another set of eyes on it,
yeah,
another, maybe somebody
somebody who
can see something that
knows,
nobody
right,
else has seen.
right, because when this talks about concrete walls, well,
I thought it was gonna be riprap.
It's gonna be riprap too, but they got the concrete nails,
right,
and I think they're,
above it, yeah,
right, and I think that's probably when they said add the second concrete wall, they really meant the second nail, because that's what they talked about. There was one nail for
well, of course.
1.2 or 1.5, and then there was two nails for close to 3. and-
This was put together by Heidi.
Oh, so maybe it's just a matter of definition. Yeah,
Misspoke maybe,
yeah, we'll find
but I wanna make sure,
out. Right, absolutely.
because, you know, the thought also occurred to me that why couldn't we crib that bank up? You know? Crib it up and rip wrap it.
Oh, man, imagine the riprap it would take.
Oh, it's
Oh
gonna
my
take a
Lord.
lot of
Oh,
rip
my
wrap. See, they wanna do it in layers, they wanna do I thought they wanted to do the nailing
Right, and then,
and then rip wrap it
Rip
from
wrap
the
it down.
bottom, yeah.
Right.
So, it's, yeah, I agree with you, I don't think we have a lot of good options. The whole thing's just kinda sticky.
Until it falls in.
This is just
Yeah,
part,
exactly.
this is just part of, it shows two walls there like that. And that's what we've been working with.
just realize that's a nail. Well, what's the nail they were talking about? My understanding was the nails where they bring it, they drive them in the bank.
Okay, so it's a soil nail wall. So, work to be performed under this project consists of slope stabilization including stone fill toe berm, which you were talking about, turf reinforcement matting on the top of the soil, and soil nail wall. So,
So when she's talking wall, the second wall is
is the,
the nail.
yeah, so it's all
Yeah.
the nailing. Okay,
Is it?
yes, that's
Should be.
the way this is written, written, yeah. Because what does your key say?
What are the dates on this?
June 7th, 2018.
2018? Oh, that's a survey date.
Oh, sorry.
January 2021. I think that's
Yeah,
the
these
most
are-
recent.
These little blocks. It's kind of hard to tell. If they meant that as a concrete boundary alignment.
Are we frozen on the screen?
Yeah, they have the
Yeah.
last.
We are here, but I checked with Ty and it's functioning
So-
okay on that end, if
You
you
guys
want
wanna look at this, just so we all are on the same page here, so that.
How deep do the nails go?
I'm looking at it right now.
I don't think they've ever really told us how long they really actually are, do they?
I think they do.
It's all in there, it's all in great detail.
See, cause here's your toe berm on the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, special provisions, soil nailing, designed to be completed by the geotechnical specialist contractor. Factor of safety of 1.3 against the global failure. Contractors responsible for selecting the appropriate slope stabilization methods, quantities, and limits necessary to provide the factor of safety for the entire project.
This example shows them being 7 meters deep.
7 meters?
This is just a generic example, and
Oh.
I pulled it up on the internet, but
Just give me a description about the nails. I'm just trying to see if
Yeah.
I don't see anything about the nails.
And again, soil nail wall. So it's that half.
Yeah. Well, they gotta be pretty long if you think about what they're doing.
Yeah, because you're going
Yeah.
underneath the
Yeah,
road
you're
to
going all the way to the
stabilize
road.
it.
I'm thinking they said like 9 feet. I don't remember that they go in.
they're definitely longer than a common nail.
Correct.
Yeah.
It must say on that
Thanks, Virgil.
plan, so.
How many Bernice?
You're
Figure
it's
out
the
tonight.
glasses,
You can't find those in the
make you
cubes.
smarter.
It's just guardrails and. Doesn't really show there.
So the couple examples I've looked at shows that anywhere from 6 to 7 meters deep. That is,
And a meter is slightly less than a yard or
think so.
slightly more?
something less.
Slightly less, I think. Oh.
One meter equals 3.2 feet.
Yeah.
Glasses make them really smart.
And pretty.
And pretty.
I'm done with the glasses.
You can't hide what's inside.
And that's perfectly all right, we are very inclusive town.
We are. We don't make fun of anybody.
Okay, so, all right, I'm comfortable with the soil nail wall.
Yep.
Any other questions about that? Do we agree that that's number 2 zip?
I think so.
Yeah.
So, can we make a motion to go forward with option 2, to hire a sub-consultant to complete a constructability constructability review?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Excellent. So I assume the next step is that they would get a number so that we would know what we're doing. Before we go any further. I think the rest is just updates, except, I wanted to, connect with this board about our request for qualifications that's currently circulating for engineering work for the infrastructure project. And so those will be back on Monday. And, we're supposed to do an interview for 3. If we get 3 or more, we narrow it down to 3 and do an interview. And I'm wondering if the select board wants to be a part of that process of selecting that engineer, or if maybe 1 or 2 of you want to be a part of the process.
Does anyone have a preference?
I think it's a good idea if somebody from the select board is definitely there.
When is
I do
this?
too.
When is this?
Well, they will be in Monday, so I was thinking give everybody a chance to take a peek at them. And then schedule something the following week, the week of the 14th.
Okay.
On an evening.
Yeah, if you let me know,
And there is
I'll be available.
There is a planning commission meeting on the 15th and then the select board meeting on the 17th that week. So it's a busy week. And it doesn't have to be that week, but it's quite likely, so.
Okay.
So I'll get back to you with that.
Yeah.
So Sharon, and do you want me to just copy you all, or did anyone else wanna
Copy all of
commit
us.
at this time? Okay.
Yeah, copy all of us.
And just so that you are in the loop, the state did call about coordinating those fire department trainings. And that's gonna be, one, kind of a classroom lesson, and then the second lesson is at the airport. And it would be Highgate, Swanton, any other community that wanted to participate, bring their equipment down there and go through the airport and have a practical run through. So, they're looking to schedule the first one in April, and I'm not sure when the next one will be, but I'll keep you in the loop on that, and they'd be thrilled to have select board members participate too.
Are those paid trainings, Heidi, or
Meaning,
free to our
Yeah.
department?
yeah, this is outreach from the state because of the pending upgrade. They're going to work with the departments, make sure they understand the airport well and
Great.
can respond appropriately.
Great.
We've had 2 volunteers already.
Okay, I figured you guys would be interested. And that's it for me. I put a packet in under select board from down Rackland and Martin,
I see that.
which I'm sure the community will be happy to hear about that project.
Yeah, so AT&T wants to come to town and get onto our cell tower. So hopefully that'll improve service in town and help make that a more profitable cell tower than it.
It's about time.
Yep.
Why can't we hitch our public works department to one of these contracts? Sure, you can use the tower, but we need something from you, from our public works, so they get good communications.
Well, they were supposed to have a spot on that tower, that was the original agreement, but when Burlington Communications came, they said there was too much interference. They didn't wanna locate there, that's what
Well, and we do need to address that too.
Well, something's gotta be
Can't
done.
get- Yeah,
That can be extremely
Can't be
dangerous
lost.
situation.
Well, we have a quote, and we could do that anytime, but I thought your intention was to wait until we finish out this fiscal cycle.
It was, I'm just
Okay.
saying, just something we need to keep on the front burner and not forget about it.
Yeah.
After snow's gone and sun comes out, and then we forget about these things and
I had said that you are interested in pursuing that, but they would need to come in and meet with the public works department and make sure that fix is going to address the issues that they're experiencing, so they're supposed to be scheduling something soon. So,
okay. The dog ordinance is not ready.
sorry. I'm giving him other projects, so he can't get to the dog with him.
We talked about the community visit from the Vermont Council on Rural Development, and I talked about what we get in return for all this, and this is a copy of what they produced for the town of Barry. And it's pretty impressive to read through and see. You guys are welcome to look at it. It's very important, and we really, really want everybody to come and attend, even if you're just coming for a free meal. this is open to everyone. Everyone has a voice, whether you're 12 or you're 99. We want to hear it from you. We want you to be involved in your community and how it develops over the next 20, 30, 40 years. What happens to us, and all opinions are given equal measure. You will not be harassed for your opinion. This is just an exchange of ideas, and we really want you to come out and join us, and we will be happy to call you, reach out to you. If you need a ride, I'm sure we can arrange a ride. But come join us, please. If nothing else, it's a free meal. So, and the people from the Vermont Rural Development are very nice people, very pleasant, and they don't have a stake in this, so they're just there to help us facilitate some plans. So, we really hope that you can join us, and that is on March 29th. It starts in the afternoon, then there's a meal, and then we have 2 sessions in the evening. You can come for 1, 2, all of them, none of them, your choice. So, very important. And
People should be getting a postcard in the mail, middle of March.
so we're hoping for a great turnout. We have a fabulous bunch of people in town, and come out and join us. Even if it's just to yell at us, we don't care. You can do that too.
I care.
We're happy to listen.
Not really sure.
Oh, suck it up, big boy. All right. Do we have anything else for the select board? Okay, so I have one thing. We do have that ARPA money. And I'd like us to consider a couple of things when we look at that ARPA money. It's nice just to throw it all into the airport or some other physical thing, but it's really important to think about the rest of the community, to think about food security. You know, a lot of people depend upon resources. What happens if that disappears tomorrow? Can you walk to get food? Can you access, not that it's advised, but can you access the credit that he is allowing people that can't always afford things? It's a very, very valuable asset to the town, and something we need to consider that that's an important part of us going forward, is food security. The other thing I'm really huge on is the mental health. I'm worrying that 2 years of COVID is gonna have a devastating effect on the mental health of our community in the years to come. And it's already having that effect now. You know, when we have MVR going to more suicide attempts in town than we have drug overdoses, the two are connected. You know, there are mental health issues that are not being dealt with and are scary. You have children that are
Too many successful.
suffering. Yeah.
Too many successful.
So I'd really like some of that money to go toward the mental health of our entire community. I also would like to seek out some of those that are elderly in our population. They've been extremely isolated. They've been afraid to go out. I think we need to reach out and show them that we do care. They are safe in our community. That we value them as our elders. And that we're willing to step outside the box and say, hey, you matter. You know, we always think of the children, but the older people matter just as much. I went to the library trustee meeting last night and we were talking about some of these things, and these are certainly by all means my opinions, but I would hate to have $1 million just go to a few things and not help everybody. Everybody in town needs to have a share of that money to help with COVID. In that, I'm certainly open for ideas. I have a few ideas, but I would really ask that you stop and think about that, of what we can do to help all of our people. Because we need to get serious about where that money goes, who it touches, and what that means for the future. And for right now. You know, we have a lot of at-risk people. And especially with mental health, that's a big stigma. People are afraid to admit they need help. People are afraid to reach out. And resources are limited, but as someone who has survived 3 of my brother's suicide attempts, I will tell you that mental health is a huge issue. And it decides whether life's worth living or not. So, I'll beat my drum on that. Nobody might listen, but I'll damn well beat it until I can't beat it anymore.
It's a very compassionate.
Sharon, is there ways to spend that money for all these, the 3 that you brought up, which are all great topics? Is there ways to spend that ARPA money on that? Or have they handcuffed us to so many things?
It's somewhat limited, but like all things, it can be written up to fall within the guidelines. I know Shelley had reached out to BLTC about the mental health piece, and
Social services were included in that.
yeah, so we do have some leeway. We do have some opportunities to do this stuff. We have the ability, we have the money. We just need to kind of pull it together and see what works for our population.
Well, I would add with that at some regional meetings that I've attended, some of the facilities that help people recover from addiction or struggle with mental health, transportation is a real issue. And in our area, people are very isolated. Wonder if we could talk with Green Mountain Transportation about ways that they could be more helpful getting older people where they want to go, or adding a route so that people could get into town, not necessarily at 6 o'clock in the morning when they come here to Highgate, but maybe a midday run would help to get people to appointments that they need to get to if they don't have, if they're not able to drive.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. I know the library last year got grant funding to do some programs where they would get a bus and go to like the Echo Center in Burlington. And we talked about, well, maybe we could do something for the elderly like that too. Maybe it's just as simple as taking a bus trip down through the islands. Or going around at Christmas time and looking at Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Or because part of mental health that the library pointed out was, or the trustees pointed out was, it's consistent. To give mental health consistently over time so that people know that it's there, it's gonna stay there, but to give you options to get out, even if it were, you know, a day of going to the casino or just something that doesn't necessarily cost a lot, but would get people together and out and social again. And I know I talked to the select board last time about having a townwide party. You know, having a band or DJ come. Just have a blowout party, no cost, just come, enjoy yourself, get with your neighbors, dance like a fool, you know, just to blow off some steam. Like I said, we could call it Staying Alive, and we could have that poster of John Travolta saying, "Look, we beat you, COVID." And to that,
Vernice.
yeah. To that, the library trustees have asked Rusty Deweese if he would come, and they were thinking to do a fundraiser for the library. But they did offer last night to take his commitment, and if the town were so obliged to, we could pay him to come and have it free to the town. Everybody could go to his show for free, you know, and then have a dance afterwards, and you know, during the day they could have the big blue truck come where the kids get to play and run around, or you have bouncy houses, or just a get out of the house day. Go have fun day. Go do something special. Or remember that you're here. You're alive. You're doing okay. You got this. So, lots of things whirling around in my brain. But, just some ideas. So more to come on that. Anything else from the select board?
Do you wanna solicit people for ideas
Absolutely.
for the party and also how to spend the ARPA funds?
It's their money.
So I guess I would say send an email in, stop by.
Yeah.
Let us know your ideas.
Reach out to a select person. You know, we have some projects that we know we wanna put money toward. That we wanna make sure that the funding is available, but that money also belongs to the people, so let's try to touch them all, one way or another. And I expect probably half the people in the state are saying, what the beep is she talking about? But I can live with that. I got big shoulders.
If we do a party, could we do it like we did that Village Core deal year there with vendors selling crafts and stuff? You know, that way you mingle,
Right.
more people might come if you got like people selling crafts and stuff too. So it might help out, and you have like cotton candy and stuff like that for the kids and
Yeah.
snow cones and for the kids.
But I'd like it to be as effortless as possible, even for the volunteers. Just set it up.
Wasn't too bad when we did the village core one, was it? Wasn't that bad? A little bit of work,
It's
but.
a little bit of work.
I was gonna say, Heidi had quite a bit of work.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of work.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, it's day.
They just showed up.
I showed up, yeah. But I cleaned the garage out though.
He did a lot too. We did the 250 celebration.
Yeah.
Close to 10 years ago now, and
Yeah.
I think we figured it cost us about $1,500 to have a meal, but it was definitely a lot.
Is that when the party was at the rink?
Yes,
That was, people really liked it.
it was
Well,
a
and,
great day.
I lived in
Yeah.
Franklin and didn't, but
Super fun,
but I mean, you could
but it was a ton of work.
there was a lot of people, went to that.
That's
You
the
could
worst
cater-
supper I ever had in my life.
She was a lobster.
Ooh, that was a day.
But I mean, even if you did cater it, have
We got
Rusty
away with
Dewey's come.
$1,500, we had Jeff Toll, did all that.
Yeah,
food,
and
all
I
his
think
connections.
we did the dumping machine and had select board members get in, and we made like $500 or something like that off of that.
Yeah.
So that helped to defray costs.
Well, like I said,
You
want
want
it to be
free to everybody? Yeah.
I'd like it free.
Yeah, I think three.
Yeah.
Free, no hassle, no judgment, just come. You know, just have fun. You know, that swear word, fun, F-U-N.
One thing that I think that was lost during COVID was garage sales,
Yeah.
lawn sales. I don't know if we can roll that into like the afternoon part of it.
Yeah, or even
It's kind of like what he said.
Every-
Yeah,
every
Grass,
third,
garage
same,
sale.
that's it.
every third
Yeah.
Friday, have a town-wide garage sale. Just don't open your garage if you're not planning on selling it.
Somebody might come with tape measure, measure the garage.
There you go.
And offer you a quarter.
Yeah.
But yeah, ideas are welcome, but we need fun. We need no stress, fun. Say, hey, how you doing?
Price of diesel went up 30 cents a gallon today.
Yes.
That's stress.
That is,
Wah, wah.
I was gonna
Your
say,
gas
will bring it down.
peas on the parade.
Your gas went up 30 cents too.
We all know that, trust me.
So are you trying to tie this in with the day that Rusty Dewey's is already on their, isn't he already on their calendar?
He is, so it's just an option that they offered to not have him be a fundraiser if we were so inclined to just keep it as a,
I think it's a great idea.
I think people enjoy coming to see him. I mean, when they had it a couple of years ago, they had a great turnout. I think he's funny. It goes in with a F-U-N, and you know,
My son was a dinky little girl when he was 8. I saw him.
I remember that. I remember that.
He's now 26. Yep, he's a good guy for sure, and he's funny. People like him.
yeah, just for you don't have to pay $20 to get in. You can just walk in and take a seat. But the library is also going to check with him, see if he has any ideas. Maybe he has a great idea. He's in the entertainment business. Maybe he'd be, open for something else or whatever.
Not a parade.
We could absolutely have a parade.
It's
I'm
one of the
ready.
best times we ever had in this town. I don't know if y'all remember it, the Hicktown party.
Oh.
That was fun. Over at the arena, they had a band and hay bales and, oh, that was a blast.
Hey,
That was a long
I'm up
time
for
ago,
that.
that was like,
2012?
ish.
I don't remember.
It was like 2008.
Yeah.
2007, 2008. Yeah, that was a good time.
Another thing we've talked about for a few years is trying to make Memorial Day more of a day's event, you know, like it used to be back way before me. And so there may be some incorporations of some of the ideas that people come up with that we can make happen after the ceremony at the park and the parade.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea, Ty. And like I said- Sorry.
We just haven't got it to have it happen yet, you know.
Yeah, and I think too, it doesn't all have to be on one day. Maybe we go for one big party and we have a couple of dances throughout the summer. Have a good old block party, basically. Giant block party includes the town. Maybe we have a giant potluck. Everybody bring something. Just anything. Just fun. We need more fun, less stress, less work. We all work extremely hard. We deserve a break. We've been through enough crap. Alright. Anything else? Okay, so I would ask to adjourn the regular select board meeting and enter into executive with Heidi Rich-Valenta.
So moved.
Do I have a second? Second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much for coming.